In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make a smoothie bowl using a Vitamix blender. Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name's Nicole. I'm so excited for today's video because all the other smoothie bowl videos that I've made on this channel so far, I've used my Auto IQ Ninja blender. But since then, I've gotten this new blender. This is the Vitamix. This model is 5200 and I'm so excited about it. I've been able to make so many smoothies and smoothie bowls and nut butters and all kinds of things. You can do so much with this blender. And so today I'm gonna teach you how to make a smoothie bowl with this blender. Before we jump into the video, all the products I'm using in this video I've linked down in the description box below. I've created a smoothie bowl starter kit so that you can hit the ground running and start making amazing smoothie bowls. Now, I don't know how this model compares to other Vitamix models because this is the only one I've ever used. And I do realize that Vitamixes are a more expensive blender. The reason I like these blenders are because they're heavy duty and they're durable. They also have a 7-year warranty, so these things are meant to last a long time. You'll see once we get started that this thing is pretty aggressive. And so to me, it's worth the investment because not only can you make smoothies, but you can also make soups, nut butters, frosting, hummus. There's hundreds of things you can make just with this blender. Now, because this is such an expensive blender, we better be taking care of it. And so today, I'm gonna show you some things that can help you get the most out of your Vitamix. The first thing to know is load order. When you're loading up this container, liquids need to go first because that's the first thing that the blade hits. If it hits something hard, like a frozen piece of fruit or an ice cube, it has a higher chance of ripping up and damaging your blade, and you don't want that. So the load order for your containers are liquids, and then soft foods, and then hard foods. So soft foods would be something like leafy greens, fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, yogurt, anything soft that can be blended easily. And then on the top, you're gonna put your ice, your frozen fruits, your frozen vegetables. Anything harder is gonna go right on top. This also helps because your frozen items are gonna be heavier, and so it's going to help push down everything towards the blades, which is gonna help get that nice blend. So liquids first, soft, and then hard. The next thing to know is the tamper is your friend. This is probably the biggest difference between this blender and my Ninja that I've noticed so far, or any other blender, because this is what can help you push down the ingredients to make sure everything gets blended up nice and well without having to add more liquid. So all you have to do is take this little top part off of your lid, and this actually doubles as a measuring cup. This is cool. Right in here, you could use this as a liquid measuring cup. It's 1 ounce. You could fill this up, dump it in if you're making drinks or cocktails. That's kind of a handy little trick. But then you'd never want to use your tamper just straight into the blender because you can see on my other one here, I made that mistake once and it got all ripped up. Because it hit the blade and the blade kind of chopped the plastic up. So you only put your tamper in when the lid is already on the container, and then the tamper fits in just right. The best way to use this is to push down on the 4 corners of the container. This way all the food gets towards the blade and it helps push out any air pockets that might be down there prohibiting everything to get blended up. So when you push down from the corners, all that food gets pushed down, the air pockets go away, and then everything will be blended up really nice. The next thing to know about your Vitamix is that we want to blend it on high. Now, I know this blender is already pretty intimidating, and if you've ever been to like a smoothie bowl or an acai bowl shop, you've heard how loud it is. Again, these blenders are very aggressive, and when you turn it all the way on high, like that noise can scare a lot of people and think, oh no, I'm hurting my blender, this isn't good, it shouldn't sound like that. It's fine, your blender should sound like that, but what you don't want to do is leave it on medium, because if it grinds on medium for a long time, it'll overheat and then your blender will automatically turn off. So that's a good thing about these Vitamixes, is that it knows when it's overheated, and because it doesn't want to break, it'll shut the machine off. But the best thing to do is when you turn it on, start it on low just to get everything going, and then increase to high right away and blend it like that using your tamper to push down the ingredients from the corners. Again, it's gonna sound really scary and it's gonna be intimidating, but it doesn't really take that long, and if you keep pushing the things down, whatever you're making is gonna be blended up really quick. The greatest things about these high settings is that that actually allows the fruit and vegetables to be blended enough so you can digest the vitamins and nutrients better. Okay, one more thing you need to know before we start making our smoothie bowl is how much you fill this up. You always wanna fill your container about 2/3 of the way up. If you don't put enough ingredients in, it won't work properly, and if you put too much, it also won't work. So you want to fill it up just about 2/3 of the way. Don't go over that max line and you'll be good to go. All right, it's time to make the smoothie bowl. Let me just go to my freezer really quick and grab all my ingredients. All right, liquids are the first thing in the container. We're gonna start with some unsweetened almond milk. You just need a little bit. You don't need a lot because the Vitamix is really good at blending it without a lot of liquid. The key to a thick smoothie bowl is as little liquid as possible. Next, I'm gonna add in just some different frozen fruits and vegetables. This is butternut squash, banana, and then everyone thinks this is weird, but I like to do frozen riced cauliflower. It doesn't taste like anything, but it adds a lot of thickness and extra volume without the extra sugar. And then I'm gonna do half a cup of frozen blueberries. This is a scoop of vanilla protein powder. I love the vegan vanilla protein powder from Sprouts, but you can use whatever protein powder you want, or you don't even have to put it in at all. And then I think I'm gonna add some cinnamon. I don't know why, but it sounds really good right now. And then I'm gonna throw in a date as well. And I think that's good. Lid on. We are ready to blend. We're gonna pop this on here. Oh, this is hard to do backwards. Okay. Remember, we're gonna start low and then go to high really quick and then use our tamper to put all the ingredients down. I'm explaining this before because it's about to get really loud and you're gonna see why here in just a second. Ready? I edited this part down a little bit so it didn't take forever, but the whole process only took about a minute. Okay, I'm gonna check on that. I don't know that we're all the way done yet. We're close, we're close, we're close. This is a really good time to take out any pent-up anger you might have. Okay, we're done. So that hardly took any time at all. Now the fun part is we get to decorate it. I got my bowl. These are my favorite bowls to use when I make smoothie bowls, and I probably get asked at least 10 times a day, if not more, where I get these from. They're from a company called Coconut Bowls, and if you click that link down in the description box below, I have linked them in my smoothie bowl starter kit because I have a code that you can get a discount on these cool bowls. Okay, here we go. I am excited about this. Oh my gosh, look how thick it is. Came out so good. Spreading the smoothie bowl out and topping it is my favorite part about making smoothie bowls. It is the most satisfying thing ever. One of my favorite ways to decorate smoothie bowls is with kiwis, and so I like to make these little zigzag cuts all the way around the entire kiwi, and then when you pull it apart, look how beautiful that is. Oh my gosh, it's art. So we're gonna stick that right there, and now I'm just gonna decorate it with fruit. So I'm gonna take a strawberry and slice it tall ways like a mountain and then fan them out. We're gonna stick them, I think right here next to the kiwi would be good. Make sure the colors are contrasting. Now I'm gonna add some blackberries, and really this part you can do whatever you want and get creative. I love it because now I can start to see this shape forming. So I'm gonna take some raspberries and use the raspberries to follow that line that I just made, and it kind of makes a cool little squiggle. I like that. Now we're gonna do some granola along the side. You can use whatever granola you want, it really doesn't matter. And then I always like to finish my bowls off with a little bit of coconut shreds because it makes them look super pretty. Look there it is, the finished product. How beautiful. Oh my gosh, I am gonna dive into this right now. The cinnamon was a nice touch, I like that. I'm gonna also put this recipe in the description box below in case you wanna make this because this is actually a lot better than I thought it'd be. Another thing that's great about the Vitamix is that because it makes the smoothie bowl so thick, it's really helpful when you're topping your bowl because sometimes if it's too thin and you start putting toppings on, they all sink to the bottom, but this is so thick. Here, let me get a close-up of how thick this is. Yeah, so it's so thick, all the toppings just stay right on top. I love it. The last little trick I want to show you with your Vitamix is how to clean it. Now this is really cool because it's so easy to clean these blenders. All we're gonna do is add a little bit of warm water with some dish soap, and then we're gonna blend it on high. So the blender actually cleans itself. It's pretty cool. So you want to do that for about 30 seconds and you can see it's all soapy and sudsy. We just have to pour that out and do a little scrub and our blender's clean. Okay, the question of the day is what smoothie bowl video do you want to see next? Do you want to see a smoothie bowl recipe, a smoothie bowl decorating tutorial? Comment below if this video was helpful and what else you want to learn about smoothie bowls. Again, all the equipment that I used is in my smoothie bowl starter kit, which is linked down in the description below, so be sure to check that out. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful, and we'll see you soon.